If you're a fitness creator in the market looking to buy a new camera under $1,000, this is the video for you. I'll be giving you my top picks, including with my personal favorite to get better and higher quality content online. And if you're new here in this channel, I help content creators grow their social media with higher quality content, being able to monetize your current passion and growing a community. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here to make an impact. So let's get right into my number one, which is the Sony ZV-E10. Funny enough, I'm shooting on it right now. I use this for my main talking head content. So if you watch some of my other videos, I am shooting on a ZV-E10, but also there's some B-roll clips, which I will talk about shortly about the other camera that I use. But back to the ZV-E10, you do shoot in 4K with this one. It is an APS-C sensor. And what that sensor really means, it's just a smaller sensor compared to full frame sensors. But when it comes to content creation, APS-C sensors are already really good, the smaller sensors on camera, so you don't need to spend another couple $1,000s just for a full frame sensor. Let's leave that to the professionals and all the filmmakers out there. I really like this camera because it's small and compact, super reliable, and it's a Sony camera. My favorite thing about Sony's is that the E-mount lenses on it, you can interchange with all Sony cameras. And this camera runs you around $698 for just the body, but make sure you watch all the way to the very end because I'm going to be giving you an accessory that you definitely need in order for you to get crispy and quality content. Because no matter how good your camera is, if you don't have that accessory that I'm going to tell you, your camera's gonna suck. All right, on to number two. This is the Canon EOS M50 Mark II. This is one that I started off with when I first started making YouTube videos around 3 years ago. And they made a Mark II for it. It's a really good camera. It's Canon, reliable. And the Canon autofocus is also really good. You also can shoot on 4K. And it's also small, compact, and it has a flip out screen so you can go ahead and do some vlogging, flip the screen, see if you're in good frame. And this camera does run you around $598 to $650, depends where you buy it. Also, by the way, these two cameras, they're the best ones that I would recommend for newcomers who are just starting out content creation. They are the best bang for your buck. They are really versatile and shoot in 4K, small, and have the LCD flip screen, so you can't really get better than that. And I will be giving you the other three cameras that I do recommend. So let's jump right into my last three picks. Going on to number three, this is a Fuji camera. I have not personally used this myself, but I have some friends that have. And it's top rated. I like it myself, but I would personally never buy it because I'm a Sony fanboy. This is the Fujifilm XT30. And it's a really solid camera. You can also shoot in 4K. This one is a top-notch camera, but it does run you $899. I'm only bringing up on this list because it's Fujifilm. I did not include it in my other videos. So this is a camera worth checking out if you do want something a bit different. And it looks clean. It looks super authentic. Here, I'll put a picture on the screen. I would buy it myself just for fun. But if it's for carrying around, getting used to something, getting something more reliable, even though I know Fuji's reliable, but I'm already used to Sony and Canon myself, so I would stick in my lane. But yeah, check it out. Fujifilm XT30, $899 for just the body. And if you want more in-depth tutorials on what I do to shoot my content so it can come out super crispy, make sure you join my school community. It's free to join. I'm not charging you $5 a month to join my community. No, you can get one-on-one Zoom calls with me, chat with other content creators, and really just network in a community of like-minded people to take your socials to a new level. Make sure you join with the link in the description down below, and I hope to see you there. But back to the video. And coming into the number 4 spot, this is one that I've used for a couple weeks and then I returned it because I didn't like it. The only reason I'm recommending it is because this would be a good fit for some of you. This is the Canon PowerShot G7X, specifically the Mark III. I used the Mark II when I purchased it, so it might have been some upgrades that I have seen. It looks good. It's a digital camera and it does have the flip out screen capability so you can go ahead and see if you're in the frame. So if you're a vlogger yourself, this is also a great camera. As I mentioned, it's digital, and what that means is that it does not have any interchangeable lenses. And if you want some really good quality, like I'm shooting on a nice lens right now, you're going to need a lens. You can get away with really good content on this camera though, so really check it out. $749. It's digital, compact, and it's really a good investment. It does shoot in 4K too. And remember, this is not a super nitty-gritty detail comparing each camera with the specs and this and that, yada yada. I just want to give you my best recommendations, some thoughts on them, so you can go ahead and start creating. And the number 5 spot, this is a camera that I would recommend if you really just want to be discreet, have the smallest camera possible with the highest amount of quality, and that's the Sony ZV1. This is a digital camera. I've used this myself. It's honestly super small. It would fit in my pocket when I would take it when I would vlog back in the day. You can shoot in 4K, take some really good quality pictures. Not only that, but some amazing video. You can get this as low as $649, even used for maybe around 500 bucks. Also, this camera did have a refresh recently, so I highly recommend it. Also has that flip out screen. Every camera that I've mentioned here except the Fuji has a flip out screen. That's what you need if you're a content creator. Last thing you want to do is be recording yourself and be out of frame when you look back 30 minutes into vlogging. So let's make sure we get that flip out screen. And as I promised earlier, I told you to watch the whole video so I can tell you this accessory that is needed for you to get the highest amount of quality content, no matter what camera you had. You need this. Well, actually, I was going to tell you one thing, but I'll just throw in two. You need a great lens. Some of you who are watching this might not even consider, oh crap, I need to buy a lens. You're probably just thinking, oh, give me the best camera possible. But I'm telling you right now, invest in a better lens so you can have crispier content, because the thing about a lens is that this blurry background behind me, you need a lens that has a low aperture. That's an f-stop. So when you look up lenses, look up for low aperture. Usually it's around 1.8 as low as 1.2. I don't even know if there's a 1.0 lens, but so I know I mentioned some digital cameras in this video. So make sure if you really want the highest amount of quality possible so you can get this blurry background, some really crispy content, get a camera that has interchangeable lenses. If you get the digital ones, the content comes out great, but I'm gonna be honest, it's really gonna limit you for investing in the future into higher quality lenses. So I'm telling you right now, if you go out and buy one of these cameras that I recommended with the kit lens that it comes with, typically it's that 16 to 35 or 16 to 50 lenses that you can zoom in and out. That will do for now, but if you really want higher quality content, I don't want you to leave off and say, hey, Angel recommended me this camera and it sucks. That's the last thing I want. So I'm telling you, invest in a solid lens. And if you need a recommendation for a really cheap lens, I'm really excited because this new Viltrox one that just came out, it's 150 bucks, and I made a video right here explaining why I love it so much. It's on my daily carry. By the way, this is a Sony A7C camera. I purchased this around 3 years ago. It runs you used around $1,300 right now. I don't recommend it because there's newer cameras that are way higher quality. Like this ZV E10 that I'm shooting on, I think I prefer this over this camera, but this is now officially my B cam. And I slap on a 20mm Viltrox lens that I will be making a video on with a solid mic. You need a good mic. So I want to keep this video short. I can go on. I will be making more videos explaining why I choose certain items and certain accessories over others. So make sure you subscribe if you do want one-on-one calls with me via Zoom and to chat with others and network with other creators. Make sure you join my school community down below. To summarize this video, these 5 cameras that I did name off, I prefer the ZV E10. It's my favorite camera. It's a Sony E-mount lens. There's so many other creators that are using this specific camera. So when you want to look for tutorials, you're going to be better off than looking for Fuji tutorials because the amount of people that use Sony is a lot more than other cameras. Fuji fans, Canon fans, I'm sorry. I'm just a Sony guy myself. I do respect Canon. I've had Canons before, but Sony's the way to go for me though. So comment down below if you do have any questions and I'll see you in the next video.